Hello everyone, I am Overhaul and today we'll be reviewing Soul Eater Volume 1. The usual disclaimer at the beginning, I'm not a kid specific channel. No, meaning that I will most likely either describe things or talk about things or just in general use words that are not for younger ears to hear. So I would seriously advise you, if you're a child or you have any problem with the things that I've just mentioned, I would seriously advise you to click off. As for anyone who has stayed, well, time to get into the review. So, Soul Eater. Now, Soul Eater volume is a little different in volume 1 is a little different in most volumes, since for one, the first three stories are more like trailers or previews or something on those lines than actually the story beginning. Like the first chapter is, but the other three are more like just introducing the characters and seeing a bit how they fight, like what would their main characteristics be, or the base characteristics. For example, you know how in Ruby we had those red, white, black, yellow trailers? That's pretty much what we have here. The first three, those trailers, the final one, and the actual start of the story. I am wondering if this meant that the Soul Eater anime had these three as trailers, and then the first episode's been the way it is. But I'm just sure I'll mention in the comments below. So yeah, let's begin. The first story is basically just introducing us to the main two characters. Well, yeah, main two characters. Blake is not really much of a main character. Main two characters being Maka and Soul. So we get kind of the basic things. We get like the basic idea of how she views her father and how they interact, and basically what the whole main purpose of the story will be, which is to collect souls. We get the basic transformation and master thing where Soul is the weapon and he can transform into weapons, while Maka is a master of the type of weapon he transforms into, in this case being a scythe, and she fights with them. And they have to get 99 souls and a soul of one witch. So yeah, that's pretty much the idea. Now we also get to introduce to Shinigami, who is basically the Wizard King, the Goldie Roger, the All Might, that character who's like so almighty and powerful, even though he acts pretty goofy and more of a comedy. But you know, in a real fight, he will rock your shit like over and over and over and over and over again. So yeah, we get basically that. We get the basic things. We also find out that the whole divorce thing with Maka and her dad. So yeah, and basically the bulk of it is just Soul and Maka got the 99 human souls, but they now need a witch's soul, which the closest witch they were able to find is Blair, who, plot twist, reveals at the end of the day she's a cat with extremely high magical power. Why didn't Shinigami-sama reveal that to them while they were fighting her? Maybe he didn't know, but in a later chapter we actually find out that he does know the basic deal about witches, so I'm not exactly sure. Anyways, so yeah. Now you talk about Blair, she's basically the character who's mostly used for fan service, which I am starting to wonder, that's like a character type in manga, where there's like one character who's mostly just used for fan service. So yeah, Blair is basically that, just fan service, and kind of like became, in the other chapter she kind of becomes their pet, or at the very least the next time we see her, she is basically their pet. But yeah. So we get the dynamic and that whole thing. The next chapter we get the dynamic of Black Star and Tsubaka, or Tsubaki? I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce his partner's name. And we also get their basic dynamics. Like we get the difference between them and so and Maka is the fact that those two are assassins. They have like those rules they have to follow, and Tsubaka doesn't have one form she can only go to. She can go into multiple different forms that are more used in assassination. And we basically get to see how they are, their basic ideas, like we found our Black Star's whole "I'm a big shot," Tsubaka's whole pretty much submissive attitude. And we also get introduced to another character, I believe I know which called Angelina, who's honestly, gotta be honest, the whole plot twist with her being revealed to be a child was kinda expected, since uh is Shigami even stated, "Hey, maybe you want an interesting little quest. You see, there's these special humans whose souls are basically equivalent to a 99 humans regular souls. If you get that one, and which you can basically it's basically like a speedway to get to turning their weapons, the people into Shinigami's weapons, which is another thing that's basically introduced in this volume. So yeah. Now we also get introduced to Mifuno, who is the guy with a special soul, and he's pretty awesome. I feel like he went down a little too easily after Blackstar did his big impact hit, but considering the fact that he seemed to have, since I do believe he dies sometime during the later stage of the story, it's kind of understandable. I think it wasn't even said he was on Death's Door or something, but yeah. Then we get the basic just like personality traits of them, as well as we get Angelica and Mifuni's. And of course we get some fan service from these characters. Now the third story that takes place is the story with Death the Kid. Now the Death the Kid story is a little more hilarious than the other two, since the other two basically still had like the end moments where the characters were like, "Yeah, look, I may be a goof, but I'm still gonna be loyal to you no matter what," or it doesn't matter how big or it doesn't matter what. I may be focused on being a big shot, but I will focus on turning Tsubaki into a Death Summer's weapon. But Death the Kid's persona is a little more jokey with kids. "Oh my god, symmetry! It's not symmetric, it's not!" So, and we get Liz and Panic, who are also very comedic. Panic is completely comedic the entire time, while Liz is a little more serious, but she's also very comedic. Honestly, I feel like the reason why they are more comedic than the other ones is because Shigan states that Death the Kid doesn't really require to make a weapon for him, because Death is his son, so he will be eventually getting death weapons from the users. The problem is the fact that Death the Kid has a whole symmetry complex, so unless if he gets two symmetrical weapons, he will not have it. Which is ironic considering the fact he half of his face is different than the other half. Well, not face, I mean hair. But yeah. So the idea is they go into a pyramid, which is unbelievably symmetrical. To defeat one witch to get the witch's soul, and there's no real big problem there, since it's pretty easy for Lee and Parry alone to just turn one into a gun while the other one fires at, and then switch to kill all the mummies. They basically do that, and when they reach the main boss, it's obviously fan service, because that's what we need to hit. I believe no one is complaining actually. And yeah, it's pretty much that. And then Kid returns to fight the Pharaoh, which, in case you haven't noticed yet, a lot of the characters, at least in this volume, do feel like they tone it down a bit later, are like references. Like, I haven't mentioned it before, but the first villain the Maka and Soul fight is Jack the Ripper, referencing the historical Jack the Ripper, or in the second story, the Al Capone. I believe Al Capone Gangster is referencing the American gang Al Capone Gangster. So, and yeah, even in between the three trailers basically and the main story, we get um, a monk that references Rasputin. So yeah, all of these villains are just historical characters, just used to like give a soul or something. A fun little reference, if you ask me. So yeah, Death shows up back up to fight the Pharaoh, and at first there's a problem because the perfect symmetry, which honest to God, I am questioning if he just didn't have a good enough look at it since in previously when he saw something symmetrical he saw and then he saw he had one more I don't know one more eyeball than he has and then he just immediately killed it. So maybe there was but he just didn't see it because it was too far, although it seems like his head is like immediately in symmetry. So yeah, but then the Pharaoh like shows up and then he's completely unsymmetrical and he like completely snaps and like completely destroys him. In fact, he destroys him so easily that he accidentally destroys the pyramid as well. But basically, I would say that makes him the strongest, but I feel that just is supposed to show off that Daft the Kid is like is had like the easiest time fighting. So yeah. So after we get these previews, we get to the main story, which the main story is basically one of the previous teachers, a homeroom teacher, I believe, is that, and now he's coming back as a zombie, and he's attacking the students. And since Soul, Maka, and Tsubaki and Blackstar have failed to get 99 human souls and one witch soul, which does make me wonder exactly what is exactly why that would be a problem since previously in previous stories Maka and Soul got 99 human souls and a witch's soul. Well, no, a witch's soul, a cat soul. It's just all those souls didn't matter because the cat soul. But they got those souls, and previously we even saw them get. Literally before this, we even got to see them get another soul. So maybe that's not canon or something. I'm not exactly sure. Or maybe that's like go back into the past a bit. I'm not. Again, I'm not exactly sure. But basically, they are the medial course as well as Blackstar and Tsubaki since Blackstar's personality doesn't really work well with Assassination's personality. So yeah. So they are going to track down Sid, who we also find out the facets about the school, the DMA school. Apparently the wielders of weaponry have like this thing where they are ranking stars. Where there's 1 star, 2 star, and 3 star. So Sid Sensei, who's a zombie now, is a 3 star and he can fight about his preferred weapon, which is a knife. And he's fighting Maka and Blackstar. There is a cool fight there with how he uses the tombstone and how Maka and Blackstar are combating. And the joke with Sid being like, "This is the type of man I was," is very funny. So they have it, and they are winning a very good way with showing off that Blackstar can be a very good assassin. Like he did that in his trailer, but it's good to show that he'll be able to do that. Like you have to get him to a serious point to really have him be an assassin. Glad that after he defeats it, it's a bit more comedical since he traps Maka and so in it as well. And when they have hold him down, they basically they interrogate him in a very funny way where he's like just like Tsubaka's panties. And or Maka gives a Maka chop, which is something that Shinigami can also does. So yeah. Another thing I really liked about this is to establish in this story that it establishes Shinigami's different way of being called. Like Maka goes in a mirror and basically types in like writes a numbers that you put on the phone. Where Tsubaka has like a special bomb while the other kid has some kind of symbols. So yeah. Now the first part, now the story ends with us getting like a big, ends up with the main cast, well, the incomplete main cast heading to the guy who made Sin into a zombie, which is, what was his, I can't remember, I can't remember his name right now. I think, wait, check, give me a sec to check. Uh, and Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein. Or I will be honest, I was thinking about Frankenstein, but I'm thinking it was a little more complicated in his name. But no, it's just Frankenstein. And this guy is a big league since he's the one who made Shinigami's current strongest weapon, which is Death's Side, which is Marcus' dad. So yeah, a big character. So yeah, this volume is pretty good in terms of like entertainment. I mean, the first three chapters are pretty much just supposed to make you laugh and some other things. So it's good. And the final chapter, I would definitely say it's the weakest one, purely because it's a part one, and you know you have to buy a whole new, a different volume to get. But I understand why it was made. So yeah, it's a pretty decent volume. I would definitely in say it was a fun little read. Another thing is the fact I feel like I also think Solitaire is was a monthly series when it was aired, since the chapters are longer. In fact, this volume only has 4 chapters, while the other ones I've reviewed so far had like 8 or 10 even. So yeah. Now, anyways, this is my review on Soul Eater. I hope you liked it. I hope you're gonna leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos in the future. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all of you people next time. Bye.